Alright, now that I have changed the stream information, I was just gonna pop in to say, I decided to boot up the stream real quick, just cause, I found something I thought was interesting in Fallout 4. I found a mod that tries to recreate the Mojave Desert from New Vegas. I saw a while ago that there's this project called Fallout 4 New Vegas that's taking quite a while, but eventually I was like, all right, I'm tired of waiting for this because like the last YouTube update was in like April of last year, and like the last official update was like they said they finished working on a NCR camp somewhere on the Discord that I followed. So I was like, all right, I need my fix. I need New Vegas but stabler and slightly more modern tech. And lo and behold, somebody else was already working on like a mini project that was just like the world space. And I thought like this was perfect because when I was like lurking through the Discord, I thought of like asking someone like, why will there be like demo versions of the game where you just get to explore the world space just to see what the build of the game looks like so far, which probably might be a bit more complicated than might be a bit more complicated to set up than just actually exporting the missions they have in the game so far. But yeah, somebody actually made a map, and I'm not pretty sure this is not part of the that mod. It might be different. I'm not sure if there's like some cool funky way they figured out of exporting game worlds from like really old versions of the engine to a newer version. Cuz like recreating the entire world space by hand just seems like way too tedious. There's this teleporter over here. I'm gonna... Fuck. Stalker has messed me up on the zoom. I'm like scrolling in to try to zoom out. But anyways, Stalker aside, being like a more dynamic and better feeling game to play anyways, I'm gonna assume this right here is Prim, because this is the dry lake, and if I look over there, that is Mojave Outpost. Now, they said it's just the bottom half of the map for now, which, like, Dry Lake I would consider a bit smaller than the bottom half. And also, I thought they said somewhere that, like, they had constructed versions of the Strip, or at least the casinos, because those were, like, most of the screenshots they showed. I don't think they made Good Springs. I came in through this teleporter here, which you have to follow a quest marker to get a note from a scientist, and then you build a teleporter in your settlement, which isn't too expensive to build. It's just like, as long as you can find some springs. Are these custom models? They kind of look like it. I mean, they could have like just reskinned or like hue shifted the original. I can't tell. I mean, now that I see them like that, I'm gonna be here all fucking stream, like, debating this now, but, like... with the new lighting and everything, like, it almost kind of works. Like, the New Vegas lighting engine was, like, There's like no reflective colors or anything. It was like all specular and gloss maps with normal maps. Actually, I don't even think it had normal maps. I think it just had like really weird gloss maps that were auto-generated for every single texture. So, like, seeing it now in new lighting, I can't even tell if this is a reskinned model or if it was made from scratch. Because, like, the tail looks a bit crusty on the texture with the filtering. I honestly can't tell. Let's move past it. Also, it's so weird to see this now. In, like, the higher resolution engine now. Like, the colors are just similar enough, but you can obviously tell there's, like, a coat of sheen on it from that modern engine touch. I kind of wish the shadows were a bit sharper now. Actually, hold on. I could probably fix this. Actually, maybe I can't. I think they removed brightness settings. I could install reshade, but that feels a bit... I don't... Pretentious might be too strong of an action. Or to describe that action as, but... I feel like it would be a bit much. Though, I will say, the Fallout 4 engine does suffer heavily from what I like to call the San Andreas effect, where, I don't know if I've described this elsewhere, but it's basically like this effect that, like, a game world has when, the contrast between, like, the shadows and, like, the global skybox lighting don't have, like, properly balanced contrast. So you get this weird phenomenon where the sky feels like constantly too bright, where the ground feels like it's like only half lit or not lit up enough at all, and shadows just like don't lend to anything after that. I think I saw a bandit over here. This definitely looks like a random settlement where you get attacked by Viper gangs. I just tried hitting E to lean. I really am baked into Stalker. That and it's like, now that I see stuff, I always assumed like everything in Fallout 4 was just like way bulkier for some reason. But now that I see it here, you can kind of see they were trying to be faithful to like some of the things, because like you'd always see like these mini wooden structures everywhere. And you never really thought what they were. But like now that there's this weird settlement building system. Oh, they're Jackal gang members. Now I see it. I mean, I think I did eventually notice it somewhere. It was definitely interesting. That guy has a shotgun too, so it's immediate upgrade. Or a hunting rifle, excuse me. It's like they placed this guy here just because they knew. Oh yeah, hold on. I did one thing to like try to get here easier, because I didn't want to put up with the... I didn't want to put up with like having to do the quest first and then dying halfway through and then going all the way back to the vault, which actually happened to me once already. So I had God mode and insta-kill on there for a second. Now that we got them turned off, we can properly explore this. But actually, you know what? Right here's a good example of like what I'm talking about, where like the lighting contrast is not properly balanced. All right, if I or at least OBS shares the screen way darker than what I have it, but the way I'm looking at it, it looks like the brightness has automatically been boosted by like 15%. What I'm looking at right now, if like the actually, you know what? Let me see something. Filters. Yeah, let me show you guys a bit of what I'm probably seeing here. All right, so this is what the game looks like to me pretty much right now. As you can see there, where the dividers, the road dividers under my cursor are, there's not much to them that contrasts them from the rest of whatever's behind them. It's almost as if they bleed into the background over there. It's very easy for like where these dividers are to blend right into the, all the way where that hill is back there, the top of that hill. The colors just bleed right into each other. You guys will get the more atmospheric experience though, since like the brightness in OBS is weirdly adjusted. Yeah, this should look a lot better in recording probably. If anything, it kind of looks closer to what New Vegas should look like. But I'm pretty sure there's not a brightness option in my game. I'd have to turn on reshade or something on my end. I know it's trying to draw me towards the NCR thing, but we gotta see just how far north we can get. Don't tell me that's the glow of the strip over there. That would be amazing. It's also probably going to be freaky to think about what this is going to look like in the day, because I think it's starting to get daylight out a bit, even though the moon's like right there. What time does it say on my Pip-Boy? It's 1 in the morning. Coincidentally, it's the same exact time as... It's also 1:34 in the morning. In real life. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. This is Prim. So... What was over there? I guess it was just that motel. That's such a fucking tease. You can see it, too. It's, like, right over there. Is that what I think it is? The wing beating on that is so slow. I'm not sure that's a Kazdor. It might be another reskin. Though I did hear about that in the Fallout 4 New Vegas server that, like, they were able to... Some group of people were able to figure out how to, like, make monsters from the ground up in Fallout 4 instead of just making reskins of old monsters. I'm dead. There are sting wings, but those are like something different. I'm pretty sure. I think that's the travel to the next area. So I think there are different areas to this map. It's just like divided in sections for work flow. Please. He fucking teases. I wonder if the teleporter is like a debug item that'll take you to the other areas. Also, the dumpsters are just props now. They're not containers. Yeah, this wall definitely wasn't here for Prim, I don't think. Unless I just never came to this side. I don't see anything else on the map nearby. They even have different loading icons, too. And they actually have the NPCs on the loading screens. Whoa. That was a fast guy. Wait a minute, I just realized, is this... Yeah, wait a minute, it took me this long to realize. This is the hunting rifle from New Vegas, as opposed to the hunting rifle in Fallout 4 that's like a weird... I don't even know. I'm not even gonna get into, like, how notoriously cursed guns are in Fallout 4. At least there appear to be more locations in this direction. Actually, you know what? I wonder if we can go up to, like, the beginning of the Lonesome Road up there. He snuck up on me. You sore dick. The fact that the Pip-Boy has, like, different zoom-in levels is so weird. One, like, focuses the items on the screen more to feel better. I mean, I guess it's cool to have an option, but, like, have it zoomed in or don't. I don't know. Is he gonna try to climb on top of the bus? That'd be freaky. Oh my god, is he? Is he gonna try and pathfind on top of the bus? The rest of them followed me. They're just like, we don't know what to do. No, that guy's... I've thoroughly angered. He's waiting to ambush me. I can see him on the compass there. Nope. No! Maybe it's just that Boston is just like a sucky world area. Maybe that's why everything feels so like rounded off and clunky in Fallout 4. That and it's like they ended up pulling stuff like turning the Nuka-Cola machines into like weird little shelf thingies instead of just normal containers. And then they also made the power armor like this big thing that you like step into like a walking tank. Oh my god. This is some really cool lighting right here. I don't want to sound like a nerd when I say this because I don't usually say stuff like this, but this right here almost feels like an actual Porsche I would sit down at like a cookout somewhere.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Oh my god. They they added that just for that. It's kind of interesting. Actually, I think that's really cool how like they ended up reusing a bunch of like settlement objects for where you'd think you'd normally see them in the game anyways, because like I remember this. I'm not sure if the stairs look exactly like this, but I remember this weird ramp being here. Maybe they really did do a good job of recreating assets, but like all the high res stuff they added into it made it look weird. Isn't there usually a bar up here? Or am I remembering something wrong? I know, like, of course there'd usually be something to greet you there, but like usually there's a.
One of the ranger vets looked at me and I just about surrendered.
The text speech is interesting.
It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home. Keep walking.
I think it's the other building. I kind of wish the head bob wasn't there though. If this didn't have head bob, it'd probably be better. I'm just used to playing like Source games. Yeah, this is where Cass would usually be. I'm so used to playing Source games anymore now that like all these hyper immersive first person shooters that were clearly designed for consoles, sometimes they don't feel natural to play. Sometimes it feels more like you're like controlling a mole and telling it where to go rather than like controlling a player character sometimes, just because like there's so much smoothed over delay. It's one of those things where it's like you'd have to play it long enough to know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I just sound crazy from what you're trying to watch me do on a screen. Most likely on a tiny screen on your phone.
Almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
It's kind of interesting that they remade these tents, I think, to be open air. Whereas like in New Vegas, they were like all their own closed off world spaces. They were separate interiors, which was really crusty to think about. I just remembered we might be getting some like weird far off LOD textures because I installed a overhaul mod for grass. So the desert's probably gonna look like a huge like splotch in the morning. That might just be the fog discoloration too. If only I could see where I'm aiming with a gun that doesn't fill 90% of where I'm aiming. With bulk. Yeah, I think the LOD textures are getting fucked up with grass. I might end up backing out and, like, switching that mod off real quick if I can. Because it looks like the entire lake is just covered with toxic goo. That might be my signifier. My parents recently went on a trip to Michigan for the weekend, and they brought me back some Mountain Dew in a 12-pack. It's like anytime we go out of state anymore, I always make a note to like try the different soft drinks they have there, because like all the different pop we have here anymore just tastes like sludge, like syrup and like heartburn. I'm not sure if this will remove the LODs. I can always try and change those real quick too, manually, instead of disabling them in Vortex. I'm just gonna mark this folder as hidden. And we should be back. In a moment. Well, yeah, see, I still have it in the file manager, but it's hidden, so I think Vortex knows not to go near it. Just because of no cheating is binary. You either cheat or you don't. So go notes with the cheat terminal. Oh, yeah. Created by General Atomics International Domestic Servant Robot. Oh, that's probably the Securitrons, I guess. If anything, like the brightness you guys are seeing it at is more closer to like console version, maybe. What am I doing? Probably should have looked for I'm wondering if I should look to see if there's any workbenches nearby that I can try upgrading these things. Look, there it is. There's Mr. House. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. I say that right as I think like I saw a dog out of the corner of my eye. It's weird just how much like New Vegas how many times New Vegas has fucking crashed on me. And how many times people will say like, yeah, it's a cool game. I think that's fixed. Or maybe that's just how that looks all out there. Actually, yeah, it's fixed, because like all over there used to look like nuclear waste. I fucking hate VATS in Fallout 4. VATS in Fallout 4 will actively fuck you up versus New Vegas. At least with New Vegas, the game knows, like, yeah, you need a bit of assistance with aiming, because not only is the gunplay kind of weird and shit, but, like, sometimes people prefer to, like, just be more casual in a gunfight. With Fallout 4, it's like, oh, they knew they had a better gunplay. No, wait. Alright, let me start over. In New Vegas, The VATS is better because, like, all it does is, like, help you aim at where you're trying to aim. And, like, the accuracy assist percentage is, like, how much it actually leads and draws the bullet towards your target. Whereas, like, in Fallout 4, it's, like, literally a percentage of, like, the cone of where you're going to aim with your gun. If you have, like, really shitty perception skill in Fallout 4 with VATS, and, like, you try to aim at somebody in VATS who's, like, 5 feet away from you, you will, like, sit there in amazement as your character will, like, actively take his gun, turn, like, 12 degrees to the right, and, like, shoot the ground. Shoot the ground nowhere near, like, the ghoul that's sprinting at you at 12 million miles an hour. Also, ghouls in fucking Fallout 4 are annoying as hell. All they do is sprint around and make annoying noise and melee you to death. And they're so hard to track once, like, they start crowding around you. You can't even, like, spam in their direction because somehow creatures that have lost the reasonability and the cognition to be able to reason enough to discern what guns and bullets are can somehow still instinctively know to dodge out of the way of a bullet as you're firing at them. I hate that shit. It's like, imagine these scorpions over here, right? I want to shoot these scorpions. Imagine I go to shoot one of these scorpions and suddenly it does like a backflip through the air. It's like, how the fuck would a scorpion be able to, like, read bullet time like that shit? That would be just unfair. I've seen that stuff happen with, like, grenades in... Well, I mean, at least Halo is a bad example, because, like, they actually know what grenades are. But still, like, it's annoying when enemies dodge out of the way in grenades. It's extra annoying when it's, like, something like Borderlands, where you think, oh, here's some, like, creatures in the random wilderness, and you chuck a grenade at them because, like, you're tired of, like, missing all your shots trying to DPS them to death with your gun that clearly can't do the job. And they dodge out of the way of the grenade. How the fuck does an animal know enough of what a grenade is to try and dodge it? Oh, those are golden geckos. They're even more bitchy. At least they're not fire geckos, but they still take a beating. What the hell is this huge chasm over here? Have I just never been to this part of the Mojave in original New Vegas? I don't think I have. That was all my ammo. I'm dead. I know my health is low. It's fun to have an RPG system like Fallout where it's like perks give you a little bit of extra to make you feel like you're really progressing with your character and your stats. Sometimes it is more fun to have something additional to your character that actually adds a special ability. But other times it can make you very easily broken. Sometimes you'll end up getting perks that are like really high level that are like, oh, healing with stim packs also heals a tiny bit of radiation, and also stim packs heal 25% faster, 50% faster, 50% more. It's perks like that where it's like, yeah, it does do something a bit more extra besides just give you one extra point in this skill. But in another way, it's still not any better. Because it's just increasing numbers elsewhere. Please. Alright, thank you. The font is different too now, I noticed. Oh, they recreated the sandstorm. It's a bit more crusty looking, and not in a good way. It's very slow for a sandstorm. I feel like if I stuck my hand up in the air with like a cupping motion, I could like scoop up the sand into like a sand ball or a snowball. Whatever. Kind of sucks I still haven't found any sort of weapons or any more ammo. Wait a minute. No. You can't be serious. There's a settlement building out here. This entire place. You know what? I guess that's actually kind of clever. But, like, I know from the Fallout 4 New Vegas project that they said that they weren't going to have outdoor base building, but you could still build, like, workbenches and stuff inside your home. Kind of like home plate. Oh, this is cute. You get to watch all the little ants migrating. If you squint your eyes and believe in Jesus hard enough, they almost look like normal-sized ants. You can still kind of tell they're fucking huge, though. Except that car over there kind of just looks like a shitty, like, toy car. I'm actually doing this bit because I'm kind of stuck up here. I don't have ammo for my weapons. I don't know where the next waypoint is. Or it's over there. I guess I'll just go for it. New Vegas had, like, cool unexpected stuff that it did with the engine, where it's, like, depending on, like, what companions you had, you could get extra perks that would allow you to automatically activate, like, a stealth boy field anytime you entered sneak mode, which, like, that alone in an engine like the New Vegas, like, GEC engine automatically blows my mind, because, like, how would you even script that? They do all, like, these cool, like, unexpected, like, extra little things for you. That's like, I did not know, like, this was possible with the scripting. I didn't think that the engine would allow this much manual control of the game. It's even, like, more astonishing when, like, you look at, like, really old footage of game development software from, like, the Windows 7 to Vista era, like with Fallout New Vegas or the X-Ray engine for, like, the old Stalker games. And it's like, there's these motherfuckers are, like, in the Game World engine with, like, 144p fucking monitors, and it's They just, like, deal with the small and shitty UI. I get the sentiment, though, because, like, for the longest time, I used to play, like, 7 Days to Die. Probably one of, like, the worst optimized games. On, like, a shitty little crap top, and I used to play, like, on all, like, the lowest settings. Couldn't see any sort of detailed trees more than, like, 5 fucking feet in front of me. Any tree in the game beyond 10 feet in front of me would instantly turn into a JPEG. Unplayable. Unplayable. Picture mod. Is bad. You should feel bad. You did wrong. I'm going to punish you now. I don't want to deal with this right now. No, I don't. I should have grabbed a weapon. You know what? Since I'm out here just for exploration anyways... There we go. Ugh. This did not feel right. I immediately feel like I'm right back in Boston. Look how much this fucking thing bounces in my hands with the view bob. The sole survivor better have fucking Parkinson's or some shit to explain this. See that? You see all that, right? He, like, actively, like, tilted his gun to, like, the side of him. Just to, like, fuck up your aim. You can kind of see it there, too. I'm not crazy. I don't have any grenades. The AI is starting to get a bit crusty with these lizards. I do not remember anything like this. I'm gonna have to, like, look at this again in New Vegas. Because I don't think I ever went this far down south. I think I always stuck to the, like, the same, like, triage of places. Is that Neptune? Today. See, like, when it tries to do all the cinematic shit, it does not work, especially because, like, now it's all in slow-mo and you can still, like, get hurt. This is where you normally... This is where you normally encounter the entrance to the Old World Blues DLC. I swear. If I encounter the I won the motherfucking lottery guy in text-to-speech, that would make my night. It'll be even better if he's just like standing there in like a really shitty pose. Just waiting for me to like pass him. Or pass him. There we go. I can almost see it. Except that building is normally red, isn't it? Oh yeah, I forgot. This is Fallout 4, where like they toned down the raiders into cartoon villains. Whereas like in New Vegas, it felt like you were actually fighting like drugged up, crazed, insane crack whores. Whereas like here is like, I don't know if I can use that word. Here it's like they replaced him with skeletons, all of them. Literal crucifixion was too gruesome. Also, I'm kind of disappointed we didn't encounter the lottery man. Do they have it? Yes. Yes! You don't get, like, the... You don't get the little achievement going off or anything. It's theorized that Boba Fett was the one who, killed Luke's parents, or uncles and aunts. His foster parents. Normally there'd be, like, dogs in here, and there'd be landmines hidden under the dead bodies of the victims. I don't like that sound. Nope, don't like that one bit. It's time to get the hell out of this place. Go, 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 go. You know who I hope we find? He's in the general store, right? Yeah. He should be in here. I don't have any medics, though. Aw. Man. I guess the mod did try to, like, hand wave a bunch of the like, quests and missions and stuff, saying, like, yeah, this takes place way after Fallout 4 and, Fallout 4 and New Vegas, so that's why none of the quests are active. The NCR are still here, though. I know there's one ending, though, you can do in a Lonesome Road where you literally nuke them. Which is really surprising to do. Really drastic. I don't know why you'd want to do it. Because it creates one of the most, like, irradiated places in the entire game after you do that. There is, like, cool loot you can try to pick up from the center of the blast radius. But it's actually so irradiated that, like, You need almost all your fucking rad equipment just to go in there for like 12 seconds. Then after that, you die. Or you get a weapons thing. There has to be more to this, right? I feel like I'm missing a few things. I know this road over here, like, off of Nipton is usually a road you take to, There's one road you can take to get to Vegas if you don't feel like wasting the stealth boy you get from Joe Cobb to, like, try and sneak through Sloan. That's how I always did it. It's like, I didn't even, like, discover that until recently. Or I didn't realize that you got the stealth boy from Joe Cobb. All I know is that, like, there's a stealth boy somewhere you can get early in game, and I always use that stealth boy to sneak through, like, the quarry of Sloan. I wonder if there's gonna be Jackal gang members hiding up on these rocks. Oh no. Cocked again! Drat! I must thought that was a skeleton over there for a second. Why did this thing randomly spawn up here? I'm dead. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Fuck out. What's shooting at me? I don't think we're anywhere near Black Mountain. I think it's still a good bit of ways north. That looked like one giant oil puddle. I was kind of hoping I'd shoot it and just erupt into flames. Homestar, what the hell are we doing all the way out here in the middle of the Mojave Desert? Come on, Strong, man. I feel really lucky on this slots today. I feel like I'm gonna win big. No, wait, I got the perfect one. Homestar. Homestar, what the hell did you do with my platinum chip? Oh, hey, Strongman. I'm a mailman. Yeah, I could see that. I was the one who hired you to deliver me the platinum chip. That platinum chip had all the cheat codes to my video games on it. I could have played Snake Puncher with Protectrons and NCR soldiers. Aw, come on now, Strong Man. You should try getting out more. Come along with me. We can sing along to the cool radio songs along the way through the Mojave Desert. Oh, I got spurs. Yeah, jingle, jangle, jingle. think I just might end the stream here for now. I don't know what I started doing there. That and I've been sipping this Code Red for like all of an hour ago. And it's still giving me a heartburn.